welcome back to Squeedlebox. Today's toy, Muff Toys Knightmare Batman.
There was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. Things fall, things on earth, and what falls is fallen.
Bruce!
In the dream, they took me to the light, a beautiful lie.
After 2 years of preparation, we finally got this in hand, and as usual, let's start with notifications. What I got here is the premium edition. Despite they've met some treacherous during the production, the overall product showed great excellency. Here's everything that comes along with the box and of course with the pre-order bonus. But the figure stand was only included in the deluxe version, therefore it will not be included in this video. And as usual, let's begin with the head sculpt. All three head sculpts have been modified several times during the whole process, and what I'm most satisfied about is the Ben Affleck head sculpt. And of course, if you have purchased their previous product, the accessory package, it will cope with it with no problem. Moving on, to exchange the mask head sculpt into the Ben Affleck head sculpt, adjust the color a little bit, install the head sculpt connector, and push the head sculpt to the end. And if you have followed my channel for a while, you will know that I'm extremely picky for the overall suit, from its material to its version, and the overcoat he's been wearing in the film is actually a trench coat. And of course, it has a wide lower hem, and if you open up a little bit, you could see the undersuit that he's been wearing. So the Batman suit is actually embedded with silica gel, with marvelous details and great weathering. And even the clip-on was customized, just to make it more lifelike. The texture of the boots could be clearly seen. They've even done weathering on his through soles. And because this is a trench coat, the opening at the back ensures better air permeability and of course prevents water penetration at the same time. It looked marvelous even under the natural lights. And now it's time to check its articulation, and because the mask head sculpt were all separated from the neck, they both got better articulation than the Ben Affleck head sculpt. In a word, I'm quite satisfied with the articulation. And because the Ben Affleck head sculpt was integrated with the neck, so that do affect the articulation to some extent, but you will have no problem doing pose in the movies. And of course, the arm could raise to over 90 degrees with no problem, even though it's embedded with the suit, and the double joints at the elbow also ensures the bending angle. And they've been using an upgraded version of the Atom 02 body. And I'm sure that you'll find the final product's body shape was slightly different from their prototype. One of the reasons is that they've changed the body from the original ones into their newly customized Atom 02 body, leading to a prolonged preparation time for the whole product, considering that the version of the overcoat and suit has to be recustomized. However, the final outlook has proved it to be all worthwhile. It will definitely be a hint in all my Batman collections. I mean, you could clearly see how the silica gel is pressed and squeezed under the suit while I'm adjusting the figure. The whole thing just moves along with the figure as I'm making it lean backwards and forwards. And the tightness in the chest is neither too tight or too loose, so it will not bounce back even if you are doing some crazy postures such as some martial arts movements in the movies. Moving on to the leg articulation. The fork could reach 90 degrees with no problem, and there's also down pulling joints at the hips. Double joints at the knees ensures articulation, but the pants are not glued together with the boots, so it might stretch out under some circumstances. Minor issue, I suppose. Now moving on to the accessories. All the exchangeable hands are of highly detailed, and you can clearly see the texture of the gauze that's been wrapping around the hands. Not to mention that all of them fits perfectly with all these accessories, and the metallic paint on the knuckles looks really amazing. Best of all, none of it was painted out of range. Now let's take a detailed glance to all these accessories and guns. We all know that Muff Toys have been making accessories with great excellency and detail, but I'm still shocked by how great the painting on the guns actually looks. All the magazines are removable, and you can even see clearly of the peeling effect on the non-slipped texture handle. And they've even had this texture on the gun stock. All the details looked amazing and distinguished. Even when I'm shooting with a close-up camera, you can see how small it is by comparing with my hands. The frosted metallic paint looked gorgeous on this M1911 pistol. All the painting job was just done perfectly. And of course, you'll get this rifle as a pre-order bonus. It's one of the weapons used by the Superman army. And of course, you get his wind goggles with dust and weatherings on it. And finally, as a hidden pre-order bonus, we got this Kryptonite spear that's under production, and it's sealed inside the Lex Luthor Corp container box. So you could use it as a container to put some of your accessories if you plan to shoot this Batman outside on the fields. And of course, you could purchase one of the small light bulbs and try to reproduce the scene when Batman got ambushed. It's one way to do it though. And that's everything of today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. And this is Squidlebox. See you next time.